Hello and welcome to the New Foreclosure Opportunity, a presentation about a new foreclosure strategy that didn't even exist just 5 years ago. Now it's brought to you by secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com. My name is Shade Foray, President and co-founder of Tax Solutions. We specialize in providing the educational content and curriculum for several national real estate training companies. Now what you're looking at here are different properties and the actual foreclosure price, what they were purchased for from the sale. Now what you'll find is that the price range here goes from $1,200 up to $28,000 at the top. Now some of these properties are a little bit rough, but as you can see, they're all worth over the $28,000 mark here by a substantial amount. Some of these properties have a value in excess of $100,000. The one thing that all of these properties have in common is that they were all acquired through this new foreclosure strategy. What is the biggest downside to investing in foreclosures? I think if anyone has dealt with foreclosures recently, at least in the last 10 years, you've probably seen a change. And that change would be in the number of people that have now become involved with foreclosures. Most individuals that want to get involved with real estate investing look first towards foreclosures because they are a fairly simple concept for most people to understand, and it's something that there's a lot of buzz about. So new investors hear a lot about foreclosure opportunities, and as a result of it, the market's more saturated. You end up dealing with greater competition with investors, which drives up your initial purchase price, increases your risk, and lowers your overall profits. What if I told you that there was a foreclosure strategy that very few people in the United States understood? And what if I told you that the investment strategy didn't exist 5 years ago? It'd probably be something that you'd be interested in. Let's talk briefly about county governments. County governments provide a number of different services that each one of us are able to help to pay. In other words, every property owner within a county is responsible for paying property taxes. It is the primary source of revenue for most small governments. Now, because it's the primary source of revenue, counties also need a way of enforcing it. They need a way of ensuring that property taxes are collected. They do this through the Tax Lien and Deed system that is used throughout the United States. Now, there are just over 2,500 municipalities that collect a property tax that hold tax sales. And of those 2,500, you'll find a number of different ways that they can go about doing it. But once you get the general idea behind how tax liens and deeds work, then they're fairly simple and easy to understand. But I don't want to get too detailed here into tax liens and deeds. I want to talk about how it's changed. The internet's revolutionized how tax liens and deeds are sold. Prior to the internet, counties only published information about their tax sales in local newspapers. Many counties still only publish information about their tax sales in a local newspaper. Auction turnouts, as a result, were dismal. They were terrible compared to the number of liens or deeds that many of these counties had to offer. It wasn't uncommon for a county to have more than 1,000 liens available and less than 20 investors that were present at the time when the auction started. Now, that's important to know because any liens that were left over after the sale, so in other words, any liens that were not purchased were put back on the books where they basically sat for years. Now, tax liens are sold with a set redemption period. This redemption period is the length of time when the property owner can pay back the delinquent amount without any risk of losing their property. Once that redemption period passes, then the individual that holds the lien against that property, they have the right to initiate the foreclosure process. In other words, the tax lien is still placed against the physical property itself, and it can result in foreclosure if the delinquent taxes aren't paid. Now, this is what's important. The redemption period for a tax lien begins on the date of the tax sale, whether the tax lien sells or not. So, if 4 years ago a tax sale was held where there was a lack of investors there to purchase liens, and that particular state has a 4-year redemption period, and what it means is that 4 years from the date of that sale, meaning sometime now, you could go to that county, find these property tax liens that are still on the books, on their records, and pay for them and actually have them eligible for foreclosure almost immediately. Meaning you could purchase tax liens that you could initiate the foreclosure process on almost immediately. Now, on top of that, many counties are small and somewhat inaccessible. They're not close to major airports or cities. Prior to the internet, the only way that you could gain access to these counties was to actually travel on location. There was no work that could be performed outside of a visit to the county. Today, you can locate the information you need in order to invest in tax liens in just a few minutes online using county websites. So now, the internet has made small counties just as accessible as large counties. That's important. It's important because what it means is that the internet has opened a floodgate of foreclosure opportunities. This is what the new foreclosure opportunity is. It's opportunity to foreclose on literally thousands of properties across the United States that are eligible for foreclosure right now. Now, these opportunities are unknown to most foreclosure investors. I think if most foreclosure investors knew that there was an opportunity out there to acquire property for as little as 10% to 15 or 20% of the property's actual value, I think that they would jump all over it. Many foreclosure investors pay closer to 60 or 70% of the property's actual value in today's market. There are literally thousands of these liens that are eligible for foreclosure right now. Imagine being able to foreclose on properties like these and other properties all over the United States. If you'd like to learn more for free, if you're still not sure if tax liens and deeds are something that you want to get involved with, then we have something that would work out great for you. Go to secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com. So again, that's secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com. You can register there for our free training materials, and for a limited time, we're offering a free webinar to the public. We did this about a month ago, and due to the overwhelming response we had from it, we'd like to offer it again, but we need to limit our membership this time, or the registration, to 60 individuals. So if you're watching this video and you'd like to participate in a webinar, go to secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com. Again, secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com, and register for the free training.